Hey Joe, saw your video last night. Sounded like you were in a pretty rough spot, my man.
Yeah, I'm just new to using Reddit. All the rules and bans got me all worn out.
Sorry to hear that, man. Reddit really is an unforgiving place, and it's probably a real slap in the face for you considering you work so hard on your vid.
Nah bro, it's alright. I'm just playing Super Dragon Ball Heroes. I'm having a good time. I'm feeling a lot better.
I'm gonna keep it real with you, fuck Reddit. Place is a shithole run by all those fedora tippers. How about you, screen share your game? I wanna see what you're playing.
Okay, sure. Just give me a quick sec. Oh, fuck. I don't know if I should... what the hell? He can join.
Go. The battle pass is ending soon. We gonna get our dailies? Wait. You're playing games and not playing Fortnite. What the hell, man?
Yo, Don, what up, my man? Dude, your mic is trash. You need to get a new one, like, very, very quickly.
Yeah, well, not everyone can afford blue yetis like you two fuckers.
Yeah, sorry, Don. No Fortnite today. I already got the Fortnite crew, so I have most of the rewards already. I'm just really enjoying my Dragon Ball game.
Dragon Ball Heroes, huh? You know, Dragon Ball's got some cuties. Love me some Marin. She's got the slutty you can't afford me vibes. Once you buy her cold stone and some flowers, she's wet as a shower, man, I tell you.
I'm more of a Chi-Chi main myself. I've got a few figurines and mason jars baking in the sun right now. Hey Joe, which Dragon Ball waifu do you sim for?
Bulma all the way, man. But only if we're talking original Dragon Ball Bulma. Or that one part of the Cell Saga where Future Trunks comes back to save Goku. She was a straight-up cougar.
Damn straight, Joe. Bulma's a close second for me, but only in certain episodes. Her movie look is straight up bad. Glad she's only in the first 10 minutes of every movie.
Yeah, that bowl cut isn't doing her any favors. Glad she grew out of it in the Cell Saga.
Are you alright, Joe? You sound a little frustrated. Shit is mad awkward in here right now. Did something happen?
Don't worry about it, man. It was just some bullshit on Reddit. It really pissed me off.
Hey Joe, I feel that. I was a Reddit mod for a while, then I realized everyone's kind of a fucking crybaby getting their shit posted. I just made a bot to ban everyone and then farmed my karma and got the hell out.
Yeah, Joe got banned on Reddit.
Again? Was it for Rule 9?
For fuck's sake, guys, can we just drop the whole Reddit thing?
Yeah, Don, let's just clear the fart out of the room. Joe, tell us what's happening on screen right now, homie.
Okay, so this is Dragon Ball Heroes. It's a card game, but with all the Dragon Ball characters from throughout the entire series.
When'd you get into Dragon Ball, Joe?
Well, I started watching Dragon Ball Z when it came out, and I watched it on Toonami every week. I liked seeing who Goku would have a stare down with next.
Big same. I always wondered, why in the goddamn don't they fuse Gohan and Trunks? I mean, why doesn't Vegeta get to go Super Saiyan 3? I want to see that.
Well, they do. At least in Super Dragon Ball Heroes.
Okay, I looked it up. Looks like Super Dragon Ball Heroes is an actual arcade machine in Japan. There's very few of them in the US, but they do exist.
Yeah, the arcade machines are really neat, so Toriyama and Co. decided to port it to the Switch and PC. But the port has a lot more features than its physical counterpart.
Oh shit, dude, it's a mini anime series. Hey, these look like characters I haven't seen before. Are these non-canon?
Yeah, I binged the thing last week. It's got Future Trunks and Evil Goku and a weird evil Supreme Kai guy battling it out and evil Saiyans. I'm doing a terrible job explaining this. It's got Golden Cooler though. It's pretty cool. Just saying.
Cooler is so cool. So very, very cool. Is this a fighting game?
It's actually a strategy card game. It's kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh! Mixed with quick time events, mixed with top 10 enemy battles and cutscenes. That's the simplified version.
Teach us how to play, Joe. I added it to my wish list on Steam.
Well, if Barack's buying it, I'm buying it. I'm going to go a full Vegito blue team and kick your ass, Barack. I even bought it right now, Joe. Teach me how to win so I can beat you.
Well, alright, let's just start with the basics. First, every card's got its own type, Hero, Elite, or Berserker. Heroes are marked in red and are well-rounded fighters that use mostly melee attacks. Elites are marked in blue and utilize Ki Blasts. Berserkers can be either melee or Ki Blast users, but have high attack power and usually suffer from limited stamina.
Seems like the Berserkers might be the way to go. Is there a progression system?
Kinda. Every card's got its own unique stats with guard, power, and HP. On top of that, cards have unique abilities that adjust values depending on the round they activate in.
Very cool, Joe. I like your collection of color-coordinated Gokus. What's the game like?
Well, both players have an attack area in the front and the support area in the back. Cards' power will contribute to a combined power level. You've got your prep phase where cards can be placed anywhere on the field. The cards in support will cover stamina and activate their effects. When you place your card in the attack area, they use their power and pyro level to fight. Cards in between support and attack will attack but they won't contribute their power to the power total and use less stamina. When you run out of stamina and the card gets stunned, you'll be susceptible to twice the damage. That's no good. Cards that are stunned or about to be stunned can be placed in support, and when they're in support, they'll recover their stamina.
I don't remember asking you to read the instruction manual, Joe.
Don, just let the man cook.
What about actual combat?
Well, after your prep phase, attacks will occur in round 1. Whoever's got the highest power level goes first, and then they attack. You'll do intended damage if your CI gauge is timed higher than the opponent. Your timing on your CI is dependent on the card's super cost and how strong they are. The stronger the card, the higher the CI climb is. Slower CI climbs are better, and that's because it gives you more time to react and time your input closer to when the bar's full. And sometimes you can get a perfect, which will do your max intended damage. When you late an attack, you can receive hero energy. You gain 1 hero energy for every 5k power in your power level. You get enough hero energy and you can use your supers. Every character's got their own super, and these are usually where your bulk of damage comes from. Your hero units do melee, your elites do ki blasts, and berserkers can do both.
Can I do the Big Bang Kamehameha?
Well, technically any card can do the Big Bang Kamehameha. You can change out your super if you unlock them as accessories.
Sweet, dude. I'm gonna put Final Flash on Krillin. That boy needs a Zenkai boost ASAP.
Not bad at all. How does doing damage work?
Well, depending on your guard, that negates damage from the opponent. The clan effects affect how much guard you have or affect your opponent's card stats. If one of your cards runs out of HP or stamina, they get stunned. And the level of stamina damage taken depends on if you time your CI better than your opponent. Your successful attack and super will greatly damage a card's stamina and HP and leave them stunned and viable to taking even more damage.
So it's kind of like Dragon Ball Chess, but with stats. I think I'm starting to get it.
Yeah, I get it too. I see the stats now in the stamina bar. Can you do a touch of death in this game? I love steamrolling motherfuckers. I love to dominate.
Yeah, you can touch a death, but that's more advanced play. Usually every player takes their turn doing damage in round 1, and once you calc your damage, you return to the prep phase for round 2. Same rules apply as before, but now you have to manage your cards with lower stamina and where you're going to place them for round 2. Round 1 isn't usually where you're going to see the bulk of your damage typically, because characters are going to have more stamina and guard. But round 2 is where you'll see the bulk of your damage. If the match goes to round 3, well, that's typically where you're going to win.
I think you mentioned CI timer. What's all that about? He said low and high CI times. Is that the quick time events he mentioned?
All slow on the draw there, huh, Barack? You see the little bar that goes up and down? He's got some cards or ones that go a bit faster.
Yes, Don, I see the little bar. But how do you make those cards that have a harder timing on the CI bar not suck?
Well, there are some card effects that can restore your stamina or lower the CI time. And these effects are usually more heavy in the support area to give your heavy hitters more resources to burn in fights.
So I think that's how you make a Berserker a more viable card.
Yes, the Berserkers sound pretty cool, but I want to do big laser beams. Do big laser beams, do big damage numbers. I have no idea what you're talking about with these card effects, bro, not gonna lie to you. How do I earn big boy points? I want to feel big.
So does this game really come down to card effects and quick time events?
Yes. Yes, it does. You do the on-screen prompt. If you do it better than them, that's how Don is going to earn his big boy points. If I'm being completely honest, the game is less of a game, but more of like cutscene simulator with flashy casino buttons that look cool and stimulate my brain with loud noises and lights. It keeps me playing because I make Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta yell Final Flash in Japanese.
Love me those big laser beams, Joe. If it's just the quick time events over and over, why do you keep playing it?
Well, for me, the fun of the game actually comes in its story. It's got lots of characters and cutscenes, and you got the time patrol from Dragon Ball Xenoverse, keeping the worlds tied together. It's got multi-timeline and dimensional anomalies that affect the timelines across every iteration of Dragon Ball. You might run into Turles eating the Fruit of Might and get possessed by a Dark Dragon Ball. They did an alternate timeline of the Saiyan Saga, where you have Raditz and Nappa turn Super Saiyan 3, but Nappa don't got no hair, so they decided to make his beard golden instead. I think it keeps it interesting. It's more of the what-ifs and stuff that I thought of growing up watching Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I think the story mode sounds pretty cool. Does the game have any other modes?
Well, arcade mode's pretty cool. It's got missions from alternate timelines, and you use these little modules to capture units like Pokemon using your fights for the story mode. I call it Businessman Vegeta.
Yeah, I can see the drip. He's got that pro bono public defender vibe. I like it a lot.
Joe, it says you've been playing this game for 6 hours, man. How does it keep you playing for so long?
Well, it's got that gotcha machine. You win a match, and it's got a little machine that uses card tickets to get yourself some new cards and power up your deck. That's what makes winning matches fun. You obtain Zenny to buy your accessories, card tickets for the gotcha, and then you also earn camaraderie with cards and use that to level their stats up. I think it makes the game more like a weird RPG quick time event cutscene simulator Yu-Gi-Oh! Non-canon character loot box game, and as shallow as that is, it's fun to unlock new cards. Once you do that, you can really break the game.
Wait, you said you could break the game? I want to steamroll. I want to see big lasers, Joe. Get to the good stuff.
Well, in story mode, you can definitely break the game. A lot of the missions have these ultra requirements to meet, and you earn additional rewards. This also unlocks more side missions to complete once ultras are achieved. Many of these ultras finish in round 2 or less, or win the match without using support area. And I mean, the game prioritizes you finishing with highest health as possible, and in the least amount of turns as possible.
Well, how do you win so quickly? You said the stronger cards have harder times. You can't win those CI timers every time, right?
You can, with the red accessories or card effects and card stats.
How do you play, Joe? Show us your strat.
Well, for starters, you're going to need a strong round 1 summon. You need a robot module to capture one.
You, named your robot Pooping?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great name for a robot, and I'm tired of pretending it's not.
I think that's a fair point. I'd name my robot Cummitron if I had one.
Well, Pooping can summon Demon God Gravy. He's a boss that I captured from one of the arcade missions. He's a berserker with high attack power that complements my other offense cards. Over here, I've got Cooler, and he's got the ability Cold Killer, which lowers my opponent's power level by half in round 1. And this is Berserk Goku. He's a really OP berserker card with an ability called Encroaching Evil. It doubles his damage and cuts his stamina in half. I've also got Captain Ginyu, and he's a fantastic support unit with the ability to lower the CI for the whole team.
Oh shit.
Yo, you can lower the CI times? I fucking knew it, bro.
Yep, now you're getting it. I've got Android 16 and suited up Frieza over here with the same ability. It's called Clear Orders. I really didn't talk about this before, but it's called the Line ability, and all it means is that you can take 16 and Frieza and put them in support, and then whatever card you put above that receives a buff. So Chosen Orders lets the card above them attack and use their super. So to recap, you need Gravy, Cooler, and Master Vegeta in the front. And you got Ginyu, 16, and Frieza in support. And I put accessories on Frieza and 16 to give them the ability Friends first. And this recovers stamina for the whole team in round 1.
What about Master Vegeta? What does he do?
Well, he's got an accessory I put on him called Young Again, which totally makes sense for Vegeta's character. But it cancels enemy guard and damage reduction completely, so I do max damage. He's also the same Berserker typing as Berserk Goku, so this works on both Master Vegeta and Berserk Goku. And keep in mind, Berserker Goku doubles his damage this round, and Demon God Gravy is also Berserker.
I think I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down, man.
Okay, I think I got it. Cooler gets to go first. Vegeta cancels the guard. Berserker Goku does double damage. Ginyu lowers CI time. Frieza and 16 make sure Vegeta and Berserk Goku use their supers.
Yep, that's pretty much it. As long as I time my CI right, I will steamroll in round 1. And this is a guarantee win for any ultra completion mission that needs a win in round 2 or less. And the game actively rewards this kind of play. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it kind of makes you wonder the mindset of the people of Bandai Namco and the people in charge of Dragon Ball, huh?
There it is. I wrote it all down. If that's all I have to do to win, that's easy. Where are my microtransactions so I can buy those cards you have?
Sorry, Don. You gotta play to get those cards. There's no microtransactions here, man. I worked for this strat, and you're gonna have to do it too.
Okay, that seems fair. Does this work for the other completion requirements?
Not quite. This works for the round 2 or less one, but not the other ultra completion requirements that says don't use the support area at all. For those ones, you might as well just pick the strongest cards you have with effects that complement each other and hope for the best.
Now that's what I like to hear.
Arcade mode's a little different too. You get to use one less card than in story mode. You have no accessories, so you just have to rely on your card effects and stats alone. And those arcade mode bosses are hard. They're tough. Like really tough.
Oh, for real? They're hard? What's so hard about them?
Well, because they have infinite stamina, can increase your CI dramatically, and they attack like 3 times in a row. Kind of fucking ridiculous, man.
Yo, what the fuck? That's kind of OP. Can you get those cards?
That's the worst part, man. No, you can't. The arcade bosses have effects that you can't ever acquire on your own. And remember, if you miss that CI, the opponent gets more stamina damage, more supers, and more buffs. But the good news is that arcade mode is where you can capture your Pokemon. Makes it more rewarding to obtain those arcade characters, and it comes with a little Pokedex to try and catch them all.
So, what's your take, Joe? Do you think this is a good game?
I'd say yeah and no. Like, if you like your AMVs, or top 10 anime battles, or card games, or Dragon Ball, I think you might like it. But I gotta be honest that the gameplay itself is kind of one-dimensional. Like, it really comes down to just timing your CI gauge and stacking effects to do absurd damage, or getting those OP cards to steamroll. I think the weird little mini-games with supers and combo attacks are pretty fun, but they get really repetitive after you've seen them for the 50th time, I'm gonna be honest. I'd say the story is robust, but it's also composed of cutscenes, of pre-rendered animations when characters are talking to each other. Like, there's no voice acting other than the great Saiyaman 3 yelling at you in battle. I hope you like to read too, because there's a lot of reading.
Yo, this UI is terrible, no cap.
Yeah, it's a bit to be desired, especially when selecting cards and reading effects. It gets exhausting cross-referencing the effect with what card you're looking at. Like, if you're a stickler for graphics quality, game's not for you. It's a bona fide mobile game acid dump, low poly models, robotic animations, and poor quality textures, the whole shebang. For me, I don't really care about all that. The bar is pretty low for what passes as a Dragon Ball game these days, and the crap quality kind of makes me laugh. Kind of like the jank in Oblivion, it's just part of the game, man. You gotta accept it and embrace it. Japanese subtitle Goku yelling at me about the Super Paronga Big Bonus is hilarious, dude. I don't care what anybody says. I think for an arcade game, it's great. It's definitely something I'd blow $5 on at Dave & Buster's, but is it a great game in terms of game design? I think the side activities and card compendium, collectathon, and RPG elements are really what saved the game. If not for the sense of gross collecting cards and accessories and all that, it wouldn't be as enjoyable.
So what do you think, Don? Are you gonna get it?
Once it goes on sale, yeah, I'm gonna squash you guys in PvP, just you wait.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, and it's the only way you're gonna see Vegeta and Trunks fuse.
They fuse? What do they call them? Trunks Vegeta?
That's pretty good, but they call them V-Hanks.
V-Hanks, sold. I'm buying it now.
Damn, Joe, I didn't know you were so knowledgeable in card games.
Yeah, well, back when I was playing KOTOR, I had a 90% win-lose ratio with the card game, so that helped me a lot when I played this.
Alright, bro, I see you. I'll have to start collecting cards to catch up.
Yeah, so far I have to say the graphics are trash, but I think it might be worth my time. Thanks for sharing this with us, Joe.
Hey, no problem, guys. If you want to catch these hands, I'll be in the PvP tournament.
Hell yeah, dude.